Thank you for being a part of BSDN live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving. Thank you for being a part of BSDN live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.com. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications. Thank you for being a part of BSDN live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to the Blair Youth Softball Complex in Blair, Nebraska for tonight's varsity softball matchup between the Blair Bears and the Dragons of Gretna High School. Brian Abrahams and Craig Houghton along with you here. The Bears 22-7, Gretna 21-6. Should be a fantastic ball game. Gretna playing out of Class A this year. Of course, Blair in Class B. Let's take a look at the lineups. First for the Bears. Well, let's go ahead and look at Gretna first. We'll start with Megan Marshall, the shortstop. She'll bat leadoff. Then it's Maddie Curris. She'll play second and bat second. Emerson Johnson will play first base and hit third. Kennedy Barton, the right fielder, hits fourth. Emerson Boyer, the left fielder, will bat fifth. Briley Hurd will play center. She'll hit sixth. Carly Hutman, the designated player, will bat seventh. Ellie Burrell will play third base and hit eighth. Natalie Buzicki, the catcher, will hit ninth. And Taylon Rupiper is the flex player and the pitcher for Gretna. For the Bears, they will have Abby Leggett on the mound, J.C. Sheet behind the plate, Emmy Hall in left, Lainey Brown in right, Lainey Brown in center, where she's been all year long. Tatum Macklin in right. We got the first pitch here from Leggett. It's ball one to Megan Marshall. The infield for the Bears, it's Claire Anderson at third, Caitlin O'Neill at shorts, Mia McLean at second, and Reagan Blattert at first. 1 ball, no strikes on Marshall. Now it's 1-1 as Leggett throws that pitch by her. And after handling the starting lineups on the PA, Craig has joined us now over here at the broadcast booth. Welcome in, Craig. Good to be with you for 2 nights in a row.
Absolutely, and what a beautiful start to this game. I think it's a very calm and nice 75 degrees.
Yeah.
Overcast skies here at the Blair Youth Softball Complex, and a huge opportunity for the Bears to rebound after a disappointing loss last night.
Yeah, they lost to Elkhorn last night in a shortened game that was sort of a continuation from a game that got rained out earlier. That pitch is swung on and missed. Count now, it's 2-2. And that was the 7th loss of the season for the Bears. As I mentioned, Gretna 21-6. This would be a huge PowerPoint win for Blair if they were able to defeat one of the best teams in Class A. Change up misses high. It's a full count.
And to get them on your home turf like this, I was talking to some parents of Gretna before the game, and so this is they're going to obviously play Class A this year and then get reclassified to Class B next year. So kind of a unique opportunity for the Bears here.
It just swung on and missed. Strike 3. Megan Marshall goes down swinging for out number 1. Nice job by Abby Leggett to take care of the leadoff batter. That'll bring up the number 2 hitter, Maddie Curris, second baseman.
Good pronunciation there. I think you got it right.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm practicing.
And Curris comes in batting .471 on the year.
She is a junior, and she smokes this ball into right field. That is over the fence. A solo home run for Maddie Curris.
Wow.
The first pitch she sees.
And by Max Preps, that would be her 4th home run of the year. So there was no doubt on that one. She just absolutely laced that one out to right field.
Wonderful production out of their number 2 spot in the batting order. So Gretna has the early lead. It is 1-0 now. Dragons out in front. Gretna has won 5 in a row, defeating Bellevue West, Lincoln East, Lincoln Standing Bear, Waverly, and Lincoln Northwest. And some of those fairly handily. They defeated Waverly and Lincoln Northwest 10-0 each. Those are the last 2 games. Next batter is the number 3 hitter, Emerson Johnson, their first baseman. She laces that first pitch foul down the left field line. It's 0-1.
Yeah, it's kind of murderer's row as I look up and down their lineup. So in this case, Emerson is batting, let's see. She is batting .397 on the year.
Almost 400 again from the number 3 spot. No balls and 1 strike to count as Leggett goes to work with a changeup. That pitch is low and in the dirt. Ball 1.
And Brian, I don't know that you were there, but in the last couple years, Gretna's been stacked in terms of talent, where they fielded multiple Division I players on the team.
That's a good point. That pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 1-2.
And kind of cruise through the regular season and through the postseason. So definitely, I think a lot of these girls maybe didn't get a chance to play on those teams, but definitely got to experience what that was like to be so dominant.
Yeah, and could be one of those that pitches low, by the way. It's ball 2. Now it's 2-2. One of those situations where they're chomping at the bit, just have been waiting for a couple years to prove themselves and prove their abilities.
Yeah, no doubt.
2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away here in the top of the first. Gretna leading at 1-0 after a solo home run by Maddie Curris. This pitch is fouled back to the screen. The count remains the same. It's 2-2.
Well, and it just goes to show you, Gretna, now having Gretna East there in their community, even with the split, how talented and how good these teams are.
Right. Yeah, that's a really good point. Gretna East thriving in many of the sports that they participate in as well. That changeup misses high. And the count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the second full count that Leggett has faced in 3 batters.
Yeah, big pitch right here.
Here comes the 3-2. Swung on, hit hard toward the right field line, and almost making the catch. Coming up empty, though, is Tatum Macklin. Our home plate umpire signals no catch made. It would have been a really nice running catch. That ball was in foul territory, so the count will remain 3-2.
You hope that one doesn't come back to bite you, because it was in her glove and it just popped out at the last second.
Yeah, probably just out of view of our cameras as well. It's right down that right field line. Here comes the 3-2 pitch again. Ball 4 just missed a little bit outside, and the first free pass of the game is issued by Abby Leggett, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, number 14, and the right fielder for Gretna. It's Kennedy Barton. She is a senior, a right-handed batter.
And Barton comes into tonight's contest batting .373. So, Brian, I don't know if you can see, but off to your immediate left, we actually have a scout here from UNO watching tonight.
The pitch swung on and fouled back. I guess that would make some sense, right? You got a couple of talented high-level Class B and Class A schools here with very good records, and why not come up and watch some good softball, right?
Yeah, I think college softball, if I remember right, is played in the spring.
You got it, just like baseball. Yep. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Change up, misses high. Counts even now, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, it's interesting. So last week, Blair did play at Gretna East. Have you been on their campus?
I have not.
Brian, it's like you're walking into a college facility. Everything's so brand new and nice.
That one's coming right to you, Craig. Popped up just out of play. It'll bounce over our heads. Count is now a ball and 2 strikes. A brand new school, like you said, everything new and modern, I guess, if you want to put it that way, right?
So I have a friend. His name is Justin Haberman, who many may know in the Blair area. But he's the head coach and a gym teacher there at Gretna East High School. And he gave us a tour of their weight room and their athletic facilities. They have 28 squat racks in their weight room.
Yep.
And I think they could accommodate up to 105 people per. Oh, that one hit off the umpire's left shin.
Yep, that pitch missed, by the way, for ball 3. It's a full count now, and J.C. Sheet tried to throw down and get Emerson Johnson. They were fortunate that our umpire was running over to try and make the call because it did bounce off of his shin and prevented the ball from going into center field. The force out is taken away, however, at second base as Johnson is safe. Barton's got a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away and a runner now in scoring position. Gretna already leading at 1-0. Here's the pitch. Hit hard toward the left side. That's a base hit in between third and short. Fielding it quickly and getting it in is Emmy Hall, but nice heads-up base running there by Barton as she takes advantage. It wasn't an overthrow, but a ball that you could argue missed the cutoff man by not going to the shortstop, and Barton will go from first to second. And now we'll have runners at second and third for Emerson Boyer.
And that was a really heads-up play there, as you said, by Barton to get the extra base.
Boyer, another senior. Bat from the right-hand side. First pitch, she's jammed, pops this one up. It's going to stay in play, and Reagan Blattert makes the catch over near the Gretna dugout for out number 2. Really nice concentration over there, and a huge second out.
No doubt, that was a big one. And boy, if Leggett could get an out right here, that'd be great to just only being down 1.
It'll be up to Briley Hurd for Gretna to see if she can't drive in those 2 runs. She swings and lifts this one in the air to center. Lainey Brown on the run, and she will snag that one out of the air for out number 3. It was hit hard. Brown had to range for it, but she's able to make the play. Gretna strands 2. They do score 1 on the solo home run. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Bears down 1-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs.
Welcome back here to BSDN Live. Bears at the plate now here in the bottom of the first. Batting order is very similar to what we've seen for most of the year. Lainey Brown, Mia McLean, Caitlin O'Neill. Tatum Macklin will hit 4th. Then it's Reagan Blattert, J.C. Sheath, Emmy Hall, London Larson, and Claire Anderson. That's 1 through 9 in the Bears batting order. Lainey Brown will get us started here. The pitcher is Taylin Rupiper for Gretna. Her first pitch is high and outside, bounces out of the catcher's glove, ball 1. Rupiper, a junior, right-handed hurler for the Dragons.
And it's interesting, Brian. Lainey Brown comes into tonight's contest batting .568 on the year, which is just smoking.
This one is popped to the right side and going to drop harmlessly over there near that foul ball fence, or the out-of-play fence, if you will. So Brown maybe got away with one a little bit there, so she faces a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Laney's been the leadoff hitter for the Bears all season long. Very talented junior, a group of juniors on this ball club. That pitch is low for ball 2.
And it sure be nice to get her on board, right, in this to start this game. Put a little pressure back on Gretna.
Yeah, seeing a little bit of faster speed from the mound than we did last night. So we'll see if the Bears are able to adjust to that. That pitch is high, ball 3. We saw a lot of pop fly outs or fly ball outs for Blair last night against Elkhorn. Could have been due to the fact that the speed from the Elkhorn pitchers was just a little bit slower. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Brown. She swings and lifts this one high and out of play. Up over our heads, and the count's full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter for the Bears here in the bottom of the first.
And Brian, I'd have to imagine with the quality of the teams tonight that we'll see a lot of these kind of deep in the count at-bats.
Nice change up there from Rupiper, and Brown takes a big hack and comes up empty. Out number 1 is in the books. That will bring up Mia McLean, and I think you're exactly right, Craig. It's going to be a lot of tough battles at the plate. Personally expected it to be a low-scoring game. Gretna got on the board early, but we'll see if that still holds true. McLean, the batter, swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. The count is 0-1. The Bears junior second baseman, a lefty, stands in that batter's box, and as you will notice if you're watching the video feed, likes to shuffle her feet forward as the pitch is coming. She's got phenomenal hand-eye coordination. Also one of the Bears' best contact hitters. That pitch is low and in the dirt. Evens up the count now at 1-1.
And Brian, I'd be remiss if we didn't also announce the uniforms look a little different tonight.
That's a good point.
I think it's pink out. It's the pink out game for the Bears tonight to raise awareness for breast cancer awareness. And so even yours truly in the broadcast booth decided to partake. So you look really good in pink, Brian. I'm not gonna lie.
I appreciate you saying that, Craig. We're gonna make sure that I stay off of camera, though. We don't need anybody else seeing this. But I appreciate the compliment.
Oh, I don't know who it was that told me, Ryan, but you got a face for radio.
Yeah. I've been told that a lot, actually. This ball's lifted toward the left side. Not going to get out of the infield, however, and drifting over from the shortstop position to make the catch is Megan Marshall. So McLean pops out for out number 2. That'll bring up the Bears' number 3 batter, Caitlin O'Neill, their shortstop.
And a freshly minted commit to Wayne State. She announced that this last week. She had committed to play at Wayne State. And okay, trivia for you, Brian. Who is the other Blair Bear on the Wayne State roster? Should be a sophomore this year, or no, a junior this upcoming year.
I do not know the answer to that. Couldn't tell you.
Okay, well, I'll give you that here in a second.
Okay. No balls, 1 strike to count. This one is hammered to right, drifting back and unable to make the catch all the way to the fence. O'Neill will round first, go into second, standing up, a 2-out double for Caitlin O'Neill, and the junior as the Bears in scoring position here in the first.
Boy, she smoked that.
Yeah, just a little bit more elevation. That one hopped the bottom of the fence. She hit it hard. That's really impressive to do to opposite field. Nice job there for Caitlin, and now it'll be up to Tatum Macklin to see if she can bring her in. I mentioned it's a talented junior class here for the Bears. The first 4 batters in their lineup are all juniors. Macklin part of that group. Tatum swings and fouls that first pitch directly back to the screen. It's 0-1.
All right, Brian. So the answer is Leah Chance.
Man, I knew that too.
Yeah.
That's poor recollection on my part.
Well, that's all right. So Blair actually has several girls playing collegiately right now. Can you name any of the others?
That pitch is high for ball 1. Man, I know they've got a player down at the University of Nebraska playing. Their
Yes.
shortstop from
Nessa.
last year, Nessa McMillan.
McMillan,
right?
Yep.
Jocelyn Pollocky, I think, is also.
At Southwestern College in Creston, Iowa, I believe.
That pitch missed just inside. It's ball 2. Yeah, the Bears have had some very good talent.
Yep.
Next level talent for the last couple of years. You're exactly right.
And I'd be remiss if I also didn't call out Callie Olvin.
Yep.
She's at University of Nebraska Kearney.
That's exactly right. That pitch is lifted to right center and out
It's
of the
gonna
reach
drop.
of the center fielder. So Macklin has a hit. It's a RBI double, and the Bears have tied it up with a 2-out rally. Back-to-back doubles for Blair, O'Neill, and Macklin. O'Neill comes in to score, and it's now 1-1.
Yeah, that was a nice piece of hitting right there to kind of air it out to right center.
Yeah, she just found just the gap, just far enough out of the reach of Riley Hurd, the center fielder. And now that'll bring up Reagan Blattert, the first baseman. Believe it or not, Craig, another junior. She swings and pops this one up over the crowd. Counts 0-1.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see as these girls get older, how many of them decide or get the opportunity to play at the next level.
That's a good point. No balls and 1 strike. Macklin at second. Good changeup, and Blattert elects not to swing. The count now is no balls and 2 strikes.
She kind of froze her there.
And we haven't seen a ton. We saw 1 changeup to Lainey Brown, the last pitch that she struck out on, and I think that was maybe only the second one. There's a fastball popped up over by the concession stand and out of play.
Okay, Brian, I have to admit it. Every time I see Reagan go up to bat, I think of a bomb pop. Do you know why?
Because of the bat.
Because of the bat.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting colors. I thought that last night. Gretna has a bat that looks exactly the same, actually. This pitch is swung on and hit back to the pitcher. Blattert hustling to first. Did she beat it?
Oh!
She did not.
Wow. I thought she did.
So Blatter with a ground out, and an interesting ground out back to the pitcher. She kind of hit it off the end of the bat, had a little bit of spin on it. Nice play, really, by Rue Piper to field that and get the ball over to first base. Inning is over, but the Bears do get one. They strand one. We head to the second. 1-1 your score. Back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tekamah with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.
Welcome back here again to BSDN Live. We're ready for the top of the second. 1-1 your score. Both teams plated one in their respective halves of the first, and now we are at 7, 8, and 9 in the Gretna batting order. Carly Hutman will lead us off. Hutman, the designated player for Gretna, takes the first pitch as a called strike one.
And it's kind of fun, Brian. So my daughter, Hannah, Abby Leggett, J.C. Sheath, and Claire Anderson were all on the same club team this year. And interestingly enough, Carly was actually on that same team.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting how, even though, they're separated by 30, 40 miles, when it comes to the club season and a love of softball, they can be on the same team.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Hutman's down in the count now, 0-2 after the missed bunt attempt. And she strikes out on 3 pitches. Nice job there by Leggett.
And you know what that does, too, is that gives Leggett bragging rights right there.
Yep.
At least at the first round.
That's right. Second strikeout of the game for Abby. One away here in the top of the second. And batter now is Ellie Burrell.
And Brian, it still blows my mind that this is the last week of the regular season, too.
First pitch, yeah, I know. It's the month of September has gone by pretty fast. That pitch is low, by the way, for ball one. Burrell, the third baseman. That pitch is up and in. Takes it for ball two.
And Burrell is batting. She's a sophomore, batting .256 in the year.
Not too bad for a 21-6 Class A team. Takes that pitch, it's high for ball three. Clearly, at least in this at-bat so far, Burrell has shown very good plate discipline in watching that pitch to make sure it's in the strike zone. Here's the 3-0 pitch. There
Good
you go.
pitch.
Leggett finds his zone there. It's 3-1.
Now, Brian, I don't know that I know this, but does your daughter play softball?
She does, much younger than this, but yep, she does.
Okay, nice.
Here's a 3-1. That's outside. It's ball four. Second walk of the ball game for Gretna.
And that's something the Blair Bears are going to have to be cognizant of. You don't want to issue a walk, but you also don't want to give them something to hit. So it'll be something interesting to watch tonight.
With one away, the batter is the catcher, number 8 hitter. It's Natalie Buzicki. She takes the first pitch high for ball one. And you're exactly right, Craig. In games against two talent level teams, free passes often come back to bite you.
Right, especially in the bottom half of the order.
Yep. That pitch is popped in the air toward the left side. Caitlin O'Neill will drift over from short to make the catch near third base. And Buzicki is retired for out number 2. And now, as you said, Craig, that'll take us back to the top of the order.
Right. And I love what Caitlin did there, catching that with 2 hands. You can't afford to have a silly mistake in these games.
No, that's absolutely right. And drifting over and making sure she called off Anderson, the third baseman, as well. That pitch is high for ball 1. Marshall, as I mentioned, the leadoff hitter in her first at-bat. She struck out, worked it all the way to a full count pitch. She's a senior and the shortstop, a left-handed hitting, right-handed throwing player for Gretna.
Okay, can you say that multiple times?
Probably not correctly. That pitch is a changeup. It's called a ball. And a smart pitch for Burrell to steal on because of the change of speed. She's able to swipe second base. Pretty good throw by Sheath, but just not in time. It's 2 balls and no strikes the count with a runner in scoring position now with 2 away. Pitch is fouled away, and that's now a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Megan Marshall.
You know, Brian, I must admit, I think this might be one of the nicest nights we've ever had here at the Blair Youth Softball Complex. Maybe besides the mosquitoes. I don't know if they're getting you, but they're getting me for sure.
I've had a few, yep. Well, yeah, the breeze would help a little bit. That pitch is lifted to left. That's going to be a base hit, and that's going to score a run. It's a good piece of hitting there by Marshall. She just kind of stuck her bat out there and slapped that one into left field. She'll pick up the RBI as Burrell comes in to score. Gretna retakes the lead by a score of 2-1. And there's that walk coming back to bite you.
No doubt. And a good defensive play there by Hall to, rather than try to get the runner at home, she threw it to second this time.
It's a great point because it does keep the force over there at second base. The batter is Maddie Curris. In her first at-bat, she hit a solo home run just left of the scoreboard, or was it right of the scoreboard over there in right field. She swings at that pitch and fouls it out of play behind first base. A little bit too far for Reagan Blatter to get to. Also would have been a tough run for Mia McLean as well. It's a strike nonetheless, and the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike.
Boy, Curris, when she swings, she means business.
Doesn't get cheated, that's for sure. Marshall's the runner at first. Changeup is in the dirt. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. With 2 outs, Gretna up 2-1.
Yeah, this is kind of a precarious spot, right? Because you're at top of the lineup. You want to keep this game close.
Ground ball and right at Blattert. She'll take it on 2 hops and step on first base. And Curris is retired. And that will wrap up the top of the second inning. Gretna does get another run. They lead it 2-1. As we step away, we'll be back in 30 seconds with the bottom of inning number 2 on BSDN Live. Welcome back to the Blair Youth Softball Complex on BSDN Live. Bottom of the second, Bears trailing Gretna 2-1. Blair will have 6, 7, and 8 in their order. Rue Piper back out there on the mound for the Dragons. J.C. Sheath, senior catcher for the Bears, will lead us off. First pitch, a little bit inside, ball 1.
And we'll see if, just like in the first, if the Bears can match or exceed the run total that Gretna had.
Start with the discipline at the plate that we saw from the Dragons. Sheath lines this one down the left field line. That is a fair ball right on the line. J.C. rounds first, but really nicely played over there by Emerson Boyer, the left fielder. That ball really probably should have been a double, but Boyer was shaded that way. She picked it up quickly. Nonetheless, the Bears have a runner. Let's see if they get they have a courtesy runner here for Sheath, the catcher, or not. Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
At least not at the moment. So J.C. will stay out there, and it'll bring up the number 7 batter and the left fielder, Emmy Hall. Hall, another junior for the Bears. Squares to bunt. Tried to pull the bat back as that pitch was up in the zone and was unsuccessful in doing so. Ball's bunted back to the screen. It's a foul ball. Counts 0-1.
Yeah, that was a unfortunate circumstance, right? Because there's no way that wasn't going to be a strike.
Yeah, just you have so little time to decide that as a hitter. This time Hall is swinging away and fouls this one off the screen. It's 0-2. I mean, you square that bat around and there's, fractions of a second from the time it leaves the pitcher's hand until it gets to your bat to know should you pull it back or try to lay it down. No balls and 2 strikes now the count. Nobody out, runner at first. And Hall hits this one in the air to right. Sheath is going to have to head back to first base. She will not be able to tag, and Emmy flies out for out number 1.
And that's going to bring up London Larson, the junior, the designated player tonight. She's batting .329 on the year. See what she can do here at the plate.
We saw Larson last night. She played defensively out in right field for a time. A left-handed hitter with 1 out and a runner at first. She squares the bunt, and this one is in the air, caught by the pitcher, and good hustle there by J.C. Sheath to dive back. So Larson pops out for out number 2. Really nice play by Rue Piper as well. Bears got a leadoff runner on, and now they've got 2 outs. Trying to get the run across. They did have a 2-out rally in the first inning. Let's see if they can do it again here. Claire Anderson, the third baseman, is the batter.
And, with the speed of the pitches, that doesn't give you a whole lot of time to react, to try and bunt.
That's right. Yeah, it's one of the hardest things to do, I think. That pitch is high, by the way, for ball 1.
Yeah, you got to decide before the pitch and then execute it perfectly to get it down.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Good cut there by Anderson and a nice fastball by Rue Piper. Evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And I'd be remiss, Brian, if I didn't take the opportunity to say hello to Jamie Anderson, who'd be Claire's dad. He's watching us from Kansas City tonight.
Excellent.
So hello to Jamie.
Hello, Jamie. The count is 2-1 on Claire Anderson. Nice to know that people around the Blair area and further are watching us here. You can watch us, of course, on YouTube. Just search for BSDN Live. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Good spot there by Rue Piper in there for a called strike. That evens the count now at 2-2.
Well, I know Jamie pretty well, and I know that he'd love to be here. So it's neat that we can provide this service, right?
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That pitch is high. It's going to bounce away from Buzicki, the catcher, and that will allow J.C. Sheath to move up 1 base. She's now at second in scoring position. And Claire Anderson in a big spot here. She's got a full count.
Yeah, especially
top of the order on deck.
I was going to say, especially with one of the best hitters in the state up right behind her.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Anderson goes down looking. The second strikeout of the game for Rue Piper. And the Bears get a runner on, unable to get anybody across home plate. So we will head to the third. Gretna leads it 2-1. Back in 30 seconds on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.
Welcome back here again to BSDN Live from the Blair Youth Softball Complex. And when they're playing baseball, it's the Blair Youth Sports Complex. But tonight, it's the Blair Youth Softball Complex. Top of the third, ready to begin. Gretna leading Blair 2-1. Dragons will have the middle of their order at the plate. It's Emerson Johnson, their first baseman, to get us started. She walked in her first at bat. Johnson takes the first pitch. In there for a called strike one. A changeup. Counts now no balls and one strike.
So I'm a man of many talents and wear many hats here, Brian.
Yep.
So the junior class was doing a split the pot fundraiser. And interesting enough, Caitlin O'Neill's dad won tonight, split the pot. He won $260. He took his original entry and donated everything back.
How nice is that? Good for him.
Yeah. You know, you'd be surprised how many times that doesn't happen. That people keep it, and which they can. But it's kind of etiquette to bring it.
Changeup lifted in the air. Lainey Brown moves over to right center to her left to make the catch for out number one. But yes, it's a nice gesture, especially when it's a fundraiser for the class and for prom.
Absolutely. Do you remember either your proms, Brian?
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. Me too.
No comment. The batter is Kennedy Barton, the right fielder. Cleanup hitter for Gretna. First pitch is high for ball one. She singled in her first at bat, was stranded out there at second base, singled into left. Change up, and she fouls this one to the screen. Count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Actually, it was a double. She hit it into left. That was the one that the Bears threw it in past the cutoff man, and Barton with a heads-up base running. Moved to second. We will and should give her the benefit of the doubt with the double. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Pitch is low for ball 2. Abby Leggett out there on the mound battling here for the Bears.
No doubt. So, Brian, I had the privilege of serving as the junior class, president last year for post-prom.
Yes.
What an interesting exercise that was.
I bet you've got some stories. I can only imagine. 3-1 now the count.
We ended up raising about $30,000. And that was what it took to carry out a good post-prom these days.
Yeah, that's amazing. Hard to believe. The 3-1 pitch, by the way, is high. It's ball 4. Another walk for Gretna. That's the third walk of the ball game. They've had 1 in each inning so far. And so, with 1 away, the batter will be Emerson Boyer. She popped out to first base back in the first inning. First pitch is a good fastball in there for a called strike one. Let's see if Leggett, once again, can pitch around a base runner and strand another runner for Gretna. So far, she has stranded, 3 of them. There's a bunt attempt there and a good one. Nice job by McLean to get over and cover first base. Picked up cleanly by Leggett. Boyer is retired on the sacrifice bunt, but that does allow Kennedy Barton to move to second base. She's now in scoring position.
And that's going to bring up what the number.
Yeah, it's Briley Hurd, their center fielder. And she flew out to center, hit it actually into left center in her first at bat. It was a good catch made by Laney Brown. This one is
good
slapped to
stop.
short. Diving stop there, probably a run-saving stop by Caitlin O'Neill. No throw. Really good hustle by Hurd to get down that line, but it'll be an infield single, but probably saved a run as Barton was hustling from second to third, and she would have tried to score, I have to imagine.
Oh, for sure. And Hall was in on that one, but still, if it got out to the outfield, you would have thought that probably would have scored a run.
Yeah, the batter now is Carly Hutman. First pitch is high for ball one. A quick throw down to third base there by J.C. Sheath, and Barton dives back safely. Hutman struck out in her first at bat to lead off the second inning. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. Here in the top of inning number 3, Gretna leads it 2-1. Leggett with the wind and the pitch. It's popped in the air to right field. Drifting over is Macklin. She will make the catch for out number 3. 2 more runners stranded for Gretna. And the Bears will head to the bottom of the third, still trailing it by 1. It's 2-1. We're back in 30 seconds on BSDN Live. Welcome back here to BSDN Live. Bottom of the third and top of the order for the Bears. It'll be Laney Brown, Mia McLean, and Caitlin O'Neill at the plate. Brown will get us started. Bears down 2-1. First pitch to Laney, bounces in the dirt. Ball 1. Brown struck out her first time up.
So we were talking earlier about Brown's batting average at 568. My wife was doing a little poking around on the NSA website, and I think she's in the top 3 or 4 batting averages in the state.
This one is hammered to right, drifting back, and over the fence. An opposite field home run for Laney Brown. She's tied it up 2-2.
And right on cue, huh?
Yeah, you could not have scripted that much better, Craig. Well done.
That was pretty cool. And that's the second home run that we've seen out to right field, because the one hit by Gretna was a left-hander, left-handed hitter that got that. And that one by Laney was an opposite field hit.
Yeah, she was ready for the 1-0 pitch and just absolutely drilled it. She was due, I guess, right? She hits above 500, and she struck out her first at-bat, so math would have told you she was going to get a hit in that at-bat to keep her average up. Nobody knew it was going to be a home run, but nice job there by Brown. It's 2-2. Mia McLean is the batter now. She popped out to short in her first at-bat. Offers at that one and comes up empty. Counts 0-1. McLean, the Bears' second baseman. Bats number 2 in the order as well.
And I kind of like these pink outfits.
Well, if they're lucky, the Bears may have to just keep wearing them. We'll have to see. This one is fouled out of play.
I was going to say, I don't know. Do you have to get approval to wear these?
I wouldn't know even who to ask that question.
Yeah, I wouldn't
it's a great
either.
question. It's not an official school color, so it's a good question. No balls, 2 strikes now to count on McLean. Rue Piper into the wind and the pitch. It's high, and Mia lays off.
Because you know what they say. You know what they say about pink, don't they? Don't you?
I don't know.
Real men wear pink.
Okay. I thought you were going to go something with the uniforms here, so I had no idea where that one was going. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. McLean, with nobody out, awaits the pitch. She's able to foul that one away. Just got a piece of it. Count stays the same at 1 and 2. Mia's all the way to the front of that box when she is, or rather when the pitch finally gets to the plate. Always so fascinating to watch.
Yeah, what a weapon to have her to be able to bat second in the lineup.
Another great contact and hitter for average for the Bears. That pitch is low. It's ball 2. It's been a really good at bat here so far by both McLean and Rupiper. Got down 0-2 early, did Mia. She's battled back to a 2 ball, 2 strike count.
And, you know, the longer this game goes and the closer that Blair can keep it, the more pressure that you put on Gretna.
That's true. This one is hit high in the air to left. Coming in and making the catch will be Emerson Boyer, their left fielder. Out number 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd is recorded. That'll bring up the Bears shortstop, Caitlin O'Neill. She doubled and scored with 2 outs back in the 1st.
Speaking of hits to right field, I think she hit one off the wall, or bounced and then it hit the wall.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. One hop the wall for a stand-up double. Started off with a changeup this time. O'Neill lays off. Counts 0-1. She doubled, and then Macklin, the next hitter, doubled as well and scored her.
Yeah, and let's see if the Bears can't get ahead in this inning. Because they've
Good pitch.
not played with the lead yet.
That's true. They have played from behind in the 1st. They tied it up in the 1st. Gretna scored in the 2nd. Now Blair has scored to tie it in the 3rd, but it's always been tied or playing from behind. 0-2 the count on O'Neill here. She tries to battle back. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nicely done there by Rupiper on 3 pitches. Caitlin O'Neill is retired. Let's see, that's strikeout number 3 for Taylor Rupiper. And that will bring up Tatum Macklin. The right fielder for the Bears doubled and drove in a run in her first at bat back in the 1st inning. Changeup miss just a little bit high. Ball 1.
Much to the chagrin of the Gretna faithful right behind us.
Always interesting being positioned near the fans, whether it's home or away. That pitch is low for a ball. It's ball 2, but that's why I never wanted to be an umpire, Craig. You're never going to be right.
Yeah, see, I don't know if you knew this, but I officiate basketball, excuse me.
Did not know that.
And the thing I like about basketball is at least you're moving.
I suppose that's true. You mean so you can run away from the parents that you're upsetting?
That's right. Or the coaches that are barking in your ear.
Right.
Before long, you got to change a direction and you're going a different way.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's true. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count on Macklin.
And believe you me, I make my fair share of mistakes.
Tatum swings and fouls this one off. It's 2-2. Well, I suppose that's any official when you're making, judgment calls. Sort of a spur of the moment, almost always.
Right.
Mistakes are going to be made. Doesn't matter what sport it is.
And I think being an umpire for softball or baseball would actually be really difficult because you've got nowhere to go.
Yeah. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Change up, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Rupiper. Although she gave up the home run to Brown, that may have been the best inning that she's thrown so far here. She gets strikeouts of O'Neill and Macklin to end the 3rd, but it's tied up 2-2 thanks to the solo home run of Lainey Brown. We're back in 60 seconds with the 4th inning on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tekamah with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc., RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.
Welcome back here to BSDN Live. 8, 9, and 1 scheduled to hit for Gretna. They lead it, it's now tied, 2-2 your score here in the top of the fourth. Ellie Burrell will lead us off. It's a bunt attempt, and nicely played there by Abby Leggett, and a great stretch and a dig over there at first by Reagan Blatter. That was a really, really good bunt by Burrell as well, but a little bit better defense for the Bears, and out one is recorded.
Did you notice the spin on that?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it looked like it was kind of spinning there, and Abby did a nice job grabbing it and getting the throw over in time.
Just great concentration there by Leggett. Natalie Buzicki, the catcher for Gretna, is now the batter. First pitch is in for a called strike one. Buzicki popped out to short her last time up.
And I have to give flowers here to Leggett. She's pitched a pretty good game through 3 1/3.
Yes, she really has. Given up 2 runs. Change up in there and a beauty in there for a called strike two. She's given up 2 runs so far, 4 hits. She's walked 3. But as we've talked about a couple of times, this is against a Gretna team that's 21-6 against mostly Class A schools. No balls and 2 strikes now. The pitch. Another changeup, but that missed low. Not a bad spot, however. See if you can't get the batter to chase. Now it's a ball and 2 strikes. The bottom of the order here for Gretna. Buzicki, the catcher. Then we'll head right back up to the leadoff hitter. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That misses for ball 2. We've talked about it earlier, Craig. Got to make the bottom of the order go to work. You don't want to issue free passes to 7, 8, 9, really to anybody, but it's dangerous to do it at the bottom of the order. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and ripped foul down that left field line. The count will stay. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, every out is precious against a team like Gretna, that's for sure. And so we've had a couple off-speed pitches, a couple change-ups, 1 outside. I'd say give her the heater right here.
Yeah, see what Leggett wants to do on the 2-2 pitch. She goes change-up instead. It's drilled to left, but right at Emmy Hall. Boy, that was hit right on the button. Hall did a good job of locking in on that one, and she moved a little bit to her left, and it was really a line drive all the way, and she made the catch for out number 2.
I guess that's why I don't call pitches, Brian. Right?
I guess so.
I'll stick to my day job.
There we go. You and I both should do that, and we'll be just fine. 2 outs. The batter is the top of the order. It's Megan Marshall. Swings at the first pitch, lifts it on the air toward the right side of the infield, and the catch is made by McLean. So Marshall goes quickly. Gretna, for the first time, goes down in order. 3 up and 3 down here in the top of the fourth. We'll move to the bottom of the inning with the Bears an opportunity to take the lead. 2-2 your score. Back in 30 seconds on BSDN Live. And we're back here at the Blair Youth Softball Complex on BSDN Live. Reagan Blattert will lead off the bottom of the fourth for the Bears. 2-2 your score. Blair and Gretna all tied up. Rue Piper takes the mound for the Dragons, coming off of back-to-back strikeouts to end the third. Blattert trying to end that streak. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. Counts 0-1.
Brian, this game's gone pretty quick. We're an hour in, and we're over halfway done.
Oh, yeah. We talked about it. You expect a good defensive battle here. It's a 2-2 score. Both pitchers, for the most part, living in the strike zone. Batters are hitting good pitches hard. It's been really fun to watch. That pitch is popped foul, and the count is now no balls and 2 strikes. Reagan grounded out to the pitcher in her first at bat. That actually ended the first inning.
Well, this is a good primer for what we're going to see over the next couple weeks, right? Because you have to imagine games are going to be tight. Defense is going to have to be in tune.
This one is chopped to third. Picked up quickly, and a good throw by Ellie Burrell, and Blatter is retired. You're right, Craig, as we head into postseason play, the focus will ratchet up on the defensive side of things. Really, it's kind of where all your mistakes are magnified against good teams. J.C. Sheath, the batter now. She singled in her first at bat to lead off the second. Now she's up there with 1 away here in the fourth. First pitch is low for ball 1.
Yeah, and JC, if I remember right, had a single down the left field line, if I remember right.
Right down the line, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Almost a couple inches from being foul. She hammers this one again down that left field line. This is a little bit too far foul. Coach Fangmeyer slides out of the way, and the ball goes all the way to the fence. The count is 1-1. JC ended up stranded at second base at the end of the second inning. See if she can't get herself back out there and set the table here for the Bears here in the fourth. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 away. Rue Piper with the pitch. It's high. It's away from Buziki, the catcher, and it's now 2-1.
And we gave our flowers to Leggett in the last inning. Rue Piper's done a nice job, too.
Yep, really almost identical. She struck out a few more batters with 4 strikeouts, but she's allowed 2 runs and 4 hits through now 3 1/3. This one is chopped right back to her. She'll make the play, and the throw over to first is in time. So J.C. Sheath is retired for out number 2. That'll move us to the number 7 spot in the Blair order, and it's Emmy Hall, their left fielder. She flew out to right field in her first at bat. Nobody out in a 2-2 game.
Yeah, this has been kind of a quick inning, too.
Hit toward the right side, and this will wrap up a quick inning. Nice play over there by Curris, the second baseman. Hall hits it hard, but she grounds into the out. And the Bears go down in order also for the first time. So just like Gretna went 3 up, 3 down in the fourth, so does Blair. We're headed into the fifth, 2-2 your score, back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.
Welcome back here once again to BSDN Live. We begin the top of the fifth. Gretna will have 2, 3, and 4 in their order at the plate. Maddie Curris will lead off the inning after ending the bottom of the fourth with a nice play defensively. Curris homered in the first and then grounded out to first base in the second. First pitch by Leggett. It's in there for a called strike one.
And I think it's so huge for Leggett as well as any pitcher for that matter to get off to a fast start in each of these at-bats, especially against a good hitter.
Yeah, Curris swung and homered. This one is lifted in the air behind second base, but it'll be put away there by Caitlin O'Neill. I was about to say Curris swung and homered on the very first pitch of the at-bat she saw in the first inning. So Leggett didn't really have a chance to get ahead of her there. Curris made her pay for a first pitch strike. Here, she gets the first pitch strike and then the second pitch fly out for out number one. That'll bring up Emerson Johnson, first baseman for Gretna. Takes the first pitch, a changeup low for ball one.
And I think Leggett's done a nice job sprinkling in off-speed pitches in all the different quadrants.
Yeah, we've seen more off-speed the last couple of innings, but I would agree with you. That pitch misses low for ball two. Johnson walked in the first, flew out to center in the third. Back in the first, she was stranded at third base when the inning ended. 2 balls, no strikes to count with one away here in the top of the fifth. This one is hit to third, and it'll be scooped up but foul. Nice play there by Claire Anderson, but clearly a foul ball. Anderson does the right thing to throw it across because you just never know, right? But
right.
Umpire had the call right, and I'm not sure there's two people that would have had a better view of that, Craig, than you and I. We are looking directly down the third baseline.
Right. That was cat-like reflexes there by Anderson.
That's why they call it the hot corner, I think, right?
Yep.
Changeup catches the bottom of the zone. Strike two. Good pitch there by Leggett. Now she's evened up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With one away. Nobody on here in the fifth. Ooh, Leggett misses high with that one, and now it's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And I'm going to steal a Jamie Andersonism here. We need Leggett's best pitch right here.
I agree. Don't want to allow a runner at this stage. Here's the 3-2. It's a changeup, and unfortunately not her best pitch. It's high for ball 4 for the second time in the game. Johnson has earned a walk. So she's now down there at first with 1 out. The batter is the right fielder and the cleanup hitter for Gretna, Kennedy Barton. She's been on base both times with a single and a walk, once in the first and once in the third. That pitch is high for ball 1. There is your bomb pop bat, by the way, Craig.
Oh, yeah,
That's
there
what
it
we're
is.
Talking about.
Yep.
Same bat that we see Reagan Blattert use.
Well, and you hope that with that walk, you didn't set the table for Gretna to have a big inning here.
It's important for the Bears defense to lock it in, absolutely. Swing and a miss. The throw down to second by Sheath is not in time. Johnson with a steal of second base, and she's in scoring position. The force out, of course, at second is also eliminated. In a 2-2 game, everybody at second base is a threat and is important for the defense.
And that's one of the downsides of throwing off speed, right? It just takes, that much longer to get to the plate.
Yep.
And it makes it easier for the runner to get to second.
Great point. There's another off-speed pitch lifted high in the air to right center. Brown converging over there with Macklin. Brown makes the catch. The throw to third, and tagging and safely advancing to third base is Johnson, but importantly, the Bears do make the catch. Nice job there by Laney Brown to focus as her and Macklin were sort of converging. That could have been disastrous. It could have been a drop ball or worse, a collision. Everybody's okay, no collision. Gretna's got a runner at third, but there are now 2 outs, and with an out here, no harm is done.
And did you see that throw from right center to third base? It was like a one-hop right in there strike. So that was a pretty impressive throw by Brown, showing she can bring it out in the field just as strongly as she does at the plate.
Yeah, Laney's got a couple of brothers. I think she just wanted to make sure that they knew who has the best arm in the family. So, Brady and Barrett, you're on notice. That pitch misses low.
Speaking of Brady, he had himself one of those highlight reel catches up at South Dakota State late in the year where I think he was playing left field and went out and kind of caught one that went up against the wall.
Oh, nice.
It was pretty impressive.
Very good. Swing and a miss on the 1-1 pitch, and Boyer is now down in the count. Ball and 2 strikes.
And I don't know. It seems interesting. You know, Gretna, I'm sure they came in here with pretty high expectations, right? So to see themselves locked in a tight ball game.
This one is again hit in the air to right center. A Brown again moving to her left, and she makes the catch for out number 3. So Gretna gets a runner to second, actually all the way to third, but Blair does a great job defensively of keeping the Dragons off of the board. The game is still tied. It's 2-2. We head to the bottom of the 5th, back in 30 seconds on BSDN Live. Welcome back here again to BSDN Live. 2-2 your score as we move to the bottom of the 5th. London Larson will start us off from the number 8 spot in the Blair order. The designated player popped out to the pitcher. It was a bunt attempt, actually, that popped out to the pitcher in her first at bat. Takes that offering on the lower part of the strike zone for called strike 1.
And, Brian, there's not a breath of wind here tonight. I can't hardly believe it.
Yeah, it's sitting out here almost October. Again, short sleeves. Like you said earlier, except for the mosquitoes, it wouldn't be too bad. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Larson swings and fouls that one off of the glove of Buzicki, the catcher. The count is now 0-2.
Brian, if this is global warming, I guess we'll take it.
I'm not complaining.
That's right. That's right.
You still play golf in this weather.
Yeah, that's right.
0-2, the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 5th, London Larson, trying to work her way on the bases.
Ooh,
good fastball there by Rupiper. Almost knocked her catcher over. Missed outside, however, and the count is now a ball and 2 strikes. Taylor Rupiper has done a very good job here. Really, like you said earlier, her and Leggett have done a nice job on the mound for each team.
Right. And I'm going to knock on wood, but really for this year, we've only had one game that's been impacted by weather.
This one is popped in the air on the infield. Catch will be made by Curris, and Larson is retired for out number 1. You're probably cursing the entire month of October by saying that. I think you know that, right, Greg?
Well, yes.
Yeah. So when the Bears are playing in 40-degree temperature with sleet, you'll be out there by yourself. I'll be busy. Claire Anderson is the batter now for the Bears. She's hitting into that number 9 spot. Turned to squared to bunt, pulled the bat back, and takes ball 1. Claire struck out looking in her first at-bat to end the second. Trying to get on base and set the table for the top of the order here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Anderson pulls the bat back and takes that pitch low. It's now 2-0.
Nice job there by Claire to pull that back. That's hard, right? But she was able to do it just fine.
2 balls, no strikes. Anderson in the driver's seat now with 1 away. Rupiper with the wind and the pitch. And now it's 3-0 as Anderson showed bunt and one more time pulled the bat back. You have to wonder if just a little bit of mind games now as Anderson, when she squares the bunt, just gives the pitcher Rupiper a little different look. So far hasn't been able to deal with it. Here's now a 3-ball, no strike count. I'm guessing Claire will be taking all the way, and she does, and it's ball 4.
I think you're absolutely right. I think that's some mind games being played. Because it's, if you're a Root Piper, get it over the plate. That's easy for me to say, but when you've got somebody looking to bunt, I think that can throw you off. And what a nice job by Anderson to get on and hopefully set the table for Brown here.
Yeah, and Claire's got good speed, so she's definitely a threat if she bunts, but also now a threat out there on the bases. Brown at the plate takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Laney 1 for 2 in the game. She struck out in the first and then drilled a solo home run in the third to tie the game at 2. It's still 2-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. That pitch also misses, and now it's 2-0. That's 6 straight out of the zone for Root Piper.
And boy, wouldn't you love to see a hit here and kind of continue to tighten the screws on this ball game.
Yeah. With Anderson's speed, something into the gap, if she could read it right off the bat, she would probably score. She's that fast. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Brown. Good spot there by Root Piper, and Laney looked like taking all the way. Counts now 2-1.
Yeah, big spot right here. Because here we are in the 5th inning, so the Bears have 14 more outs. Or no, 8 more outs, excuse me.
There's a changeup, and that missed high. It's now 3-1, or more importantly, if Blair would score, Gretna has only 6 more outs, or the Bears have to get 6 more defensively. That's another way to look at it. That's why this is such a huge spot for the Bears, and Anderson's walk was so important. Now we'll see what Brown does with a 3-1 pitch. I'm guessing she's got the green light here. She did. Swings and comes up empty. Good cut, but a really nice spot there from Root Piper. Low and away. It's tough to do anything with that pitch, but Laney took a cut at it. Full count now. It's 3-2.
And Coach Fangmeyer's over there offering encouragement. So let's see what Laney can do right here.
The 3-2 pitch. Drilled to center field. That is going to
Yes!
clear the fence. The second home run of the game for Laney Brown. This one of the 2-run variety. And the Bears have a 2-run lead.
Wow, what an amazing hit.
That ball was absolutely tattooed by the Bears' leadoff hitter, center fielder, Laney Brown.
I think it's safe to say probably all-stater Laney Brown. Or, hey.
Hard to argue when she's now hitting, probably almost 600, well over 550 still, right?
How about this? I'm going to come up with a name for her right here. How about downtown Laney Brown?
So good.
I
cannot believe it's taking you this many games to come up with that.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I'm going to coin the phrase
right
now. Especially if you go yard twice, you deserve that nickname.
Totally agree. Nice job by Laney, and the Bears lead it 4-2. The batter is Mia McLean, and hey, let's see if we can't start things up again here. 2-run lead is definitely not safe against a talented team like Gretna.
And with that hit, there was no doubt right off of her bat. That one was going.
Exactly. This one is popped too short. McLean is retired. I couldn't agree with you more. You knew it when she hit it. You said it earlier, Craig. There's not a breath of wind, and you could just tell right off the crack of the bat that ball was going to be out of here. Cleared center field fairly easily. Now there's 2 outs, and Caitlin O'Neill is our batter.
Well, and I love having the insurance run, too. So huge inning thus far for the Bears.
That pitch is low to O'Neill for ball 1. Yeah, exactly. A 1-run lead is great. A 2-run lead is even better. I mentioned just a second ago, Gretna, obviously a talented team at 21-6. They're not going to go away. The Bears are going to have to work for everything over these last 6 outs. They'd like to add to it. O'Neill's going to try. Good cut there. Comes up empty. Count is now 1-1. Let's keep in mind, we're still in the 5th inning here, so plenty of softball left to play. 2 outs, a ball and a strike on the Bears junior shortstop. And then now it's 1-2.
Boy, Root Piper pulled the string on that one. That was a pretty impressive changeup right there.
She's been fairly good with that pitch for most of this game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. drilled, but right at the second baseman and gloved by Curris. So O'Neill hits it hard, but unfortunately she's retired for the third out of the inning. The Bears get two thanks to a two-run home run by Laney Brown. They'll take a 4-2 lead into the top of the sixth. We'll be back on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.
Welcome back here again to the Blair Youth Softball Complex on BSDN Live. Abby Leggett out there on the mound for the first time, pitching with a lead. Bears up 4-2. Riley Hurd is the batter for Gretna. Their center fielder takes the first pitch for ball one.
Yeah, and if you get to get to this point in the game, every pitch and every at bat is important.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this. That pitch is low and in the dirt. Ball two, and I know we've talked about it a couple of times this season, but the last thing you want when you've taken the lead and your team has been lifted up here is a long defensive inning. So for Abby Leggett, the most important thing is to throw strikes and let your defense do the work. That pitch misses low, and now it's 3-0.
And that's kind of how Gretna got in trouble last inning, was a leadoff walk to Claire Anderson. So now Leggett's going to have to battle back.
Yeah, free passes have been important for both offenses here. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That's ball four. So a 4-pitch walk by Briley Hurd, and everything gets a little bit tougher now for the Bears defense. That is, I believe, the 4th walk of the game. Excuse me, the 5th walk of the game for Abby Leggett.
And we're going to have a substitute runner. It looks like that's number 24.
Thank you very much. That would be Ella Vance, the sophomore out there on the bases, running in place of Briley Hurd. So Vance, the courtesy runner, or a pinch runner, I should say. Really only get a courtesy runner for a pitcher or a catcher. The batter is the designated player, Carly Huttman. She takes the first pitch high for ball one.
And I was just going to say, Huttman is a really good bunter. What she's really good at is bunting it between first and second, just beyond the pitcher. So the Bears are going to have to be on their toes right here.
That pitch missed high, and now it's 2-0. Got to find the strike zone, though, here if you're Abby Leggett. Huttman is really trying to give herself up with an out to move the runner to second. But she's clearly very disciplined and is not going to attempt a bunt at a pitch that's out of the zone. And J.C. Sheath obviously feeling that as well. And she's going to just jog out and have a quick conversation with her battery mate, Abby Leggett, and try and calm her down, if you will. I mean, it's still a very tight game. 4-2, Bears in front, but Gretna already here in the top of the sixth is threatening with a runner at first and nobody out, and a 2-ball, no-strike count on the number 7 batter, Carly Huttman.
That was a very strategic visit to the mound, right? Nice job of being a good teammate and a leader there by J.C. Sheath.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's bunted and caught. Nicely done. Oh, almost a chance for a double play, but pretty good catch there by Reagan Blatter at the first base, and probably the right decision to not try and throw it down there to second, or to first, excuse me, with your second baseman covering and throw it away. Huttman is retired for out number 1. That'll bring up A pinch hitter, it looks like, number 10.
That's going to be Ava Nance.
Ava Nance going to bat in place of Ellie Burrell in the number 8 spot in the order.
Boy, Gretna's got some really tall girls. Holy cow.
Nance is a senior. Let's see what she's probably not up there to bunt with one out, but you never know. Here's Leggett with the wind and the pitch. That one is fouled right over our direction. Good job by Leggett getting ahead in the count. It's 0-1.
And Nance comes into tonight's ball game batting .375 according to Max Preps. She's had 18 at-bats, it looks like.
Hasn't seen a ton of time at the plate in 27 games for Gretna. Ooh, a changeup there. Just missed the top of the zone. Nance had already started backing out of the batter's box when it got to the catcher's glove. But it's called a ball. It's now a ball and a strike. With one out and a runner at first, Ella Vance, the pinch runner out there. That pitch is drilled foul down the left field line, and now it's 1-2.
And now that you've got 2 strikes, it'll be interesting to see what the next pitch brings. Whether you try to get her with another off-speed pitch or you try to have her climb the ladder, who knows? But you've got options.
Yeah, it's a really good point, and this is such a big spot here for the Bears. Want to take care of the bottom of the order here with no runs coming across. Here's the pitch. It's a changeup in the dirt. Sheath knocks it down. Does a nice job not allowing Vance to move to second base. So she's still over there at first. The count's even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So we've got Vance at first, Nance at the plate. Can't imagine I'll mess that up if that would continue. That pitch is outside. It's ball 3.
Okay.
Abby Leggett's got to come with a strike here.
I'm going to channel my internal Jamie Anderson and say we need Abby's best pitch right here.
I would agree, but I have to tell you that didn't work the last time he tried it, so hopefully this one's different. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It's a good spot. Fouled down that third baseline. Nice job by Nance to continue to battle.
Not to be confused with Vance. This
exactly
is Nance.
Right. Couldn't have asked for a worse pair of players on the bases and at the plate.
Well, hey, let's hope they don't get on base together.
I don't know what will happen. I'm handing things over to you if that happens, Craig. Here's the full count pitch again. Popped
there
in the
we
air.
go.
That'll stay in play. And the catch is made. Nice job over there by Reagan Blattert. She went all the way to the fence and had to drift back toward the baseline and still made the catch. So Reagan with a big play there.
And that brought out a nice smile there by Leggett.
I can imagine. It just feels good as a pitcher. You want your defense. You expect your defense is going to help you out. It's nice to know that they are. The batter now is the bottom of the order. It's Natalie Buzicki, the catcher. She's 0 for 2. This one is laced into left center, however, all the way to the fence. Emmy Hall's going to get it in quickly, and they will hold Vance at third, but Buzicki with a
laser.
Stand-up double. You're right. That was smoked into left center all the way to the fence. But here's the good news if you're the Bears. No damage is done. Still an opportunity to get out of this inning with a 2-run lead. But Megan Marshall is headed to the plate, the top of the order. And she's going to try to make it difficult for the Bears. And Coach Fangmeyer out to the mound with a quick discussion with her entire infield.
Yeah, what a huge spot right here, especially with 2 outs, 2 on. The number 1 batter, the top of the lineup for Gretna.
Yeah.
So this is going to, so Megan Marshall is batting .408 on the year. So we'll see what Leggett does right here.
She's 1 for 3 in the game is Marshall with a single, a fly out to second, and a strikeout. Change up by Leggett to start the at-bat is a little bit high. I like the idea, just missed high. It's ball one. 2 outs, runners at second and third here in the top of the sixth. Blair leading it 4-2. The wind and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one.
And regardless of tonight's outcome, this has to give Leggett a lot of confidence as she heads into postseason play that she can deliver in the toughest of environments.
It's a great point. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Change up, hit hard down the right field line. That'll be a fair ball. That's going to score 2 runs. Rounding second, standing up at third is Megan Marshall with a 2 RBI triple just inside of that right field line. And Gretna has tied it up at 4.
And let's hope that that's the last time we have to see her tonight.
This top of the order for Gretna has been good, as you would expect. It's not going to get any easier as Maddie Curris is the batter. She homered already once in this game. This one is drilled to right center. She has just homered again.
Wow.
Maddie Curris with a 2-run home run, and just like that, Gretna erases a 2-run deficit and now owns a 2-run lead at 6-4.
Boy, talk about gut-wrenching, right? Here you come into the inning with a 2-run lead, unfortunately give up 4, and now find yourself in a 2-run hole.
Yep. That's where we talked about not allowing free passes comes back to bite you. Ella Vance, who was the pinch runner for Briley Hurd, scored. She was on base because of the walk. That allowed Gretna to get back to the top of the order where the damage has been done. This one is hit towards short and retired there by Caitlin O'Neill. But Gretna gets 4 runs, their largest offensive output in any inning so far. They will head to the bottom of the 6th now with a 2-run lead, 6-4, when Blair comes back to the plate on BSDN Live. Welcome back here again to BSDN Live. Bottom of the 6th, Bears will have the middle of their order, 4, 5, and 6 at the plate. Tatum Macklin will lead it off. Taylor Rupiper back out there dealing for the Dragons. First pitch is fouled away. It's 0-1. Tatum doubled in the first, picked up an RBI. Then she struck out in the third. This is only her third at bat.
Boy, I come away from this game, no matter how it turns out, with a appreciation for just how good Gretna is, and you can see why they've got the record that they've got.
Yeah, well, we talked about it when Lainey Brown hit the 2-run home run to give the Bears the lead. 2 runs was nice, but we knew that Gretna was not going to go away at all. They, with a 21-6 record, you obviously know that they're a very talented team, and they showed it in the bottom of that 6th, or the top of the 6th, excuse me. This one is lifted in the air by Macklin. It's short center field, and coming in to make the catch. That is, make sure she went back out there. Yep, that's Briley Hurd. So she reached in the top of the inning and was pinch ran for by Ella Vance, but now she's back out there, and Macklin is retired for out number 1 here in the 6th. That will bring us to the number 5 spot. It's Reagan Blattert. Reagan is 0 for 2 in the game. Big cut there. It's 0-1. She grounded out to the pitcher in the first and grounded out to third base in the fourth.
I'd say she's due, Brian.
Be a good spot here for Blatter to get a hit. That pitch is high.
And I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like Rupiper's gotten stronger and is throwing faster as we later in the game that we go.
Might be some adrenaline pumping out there. That's a good point. 1-1 the count here on Blatter with one away here in the bottom of the sixth. That's a good spot there on the bottom of the strike zone. The count is now a ball and 2 strikes. Blatter digs in and awaits the offering from Rupiper. Got a piece of that one. Another good spot there from Taylor Rupiper, but Blatter fouls it away. Count stays the same. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and at this stage in the game, you just got to get on in whatever manner you can. If you've got to battle, you've got to foul off a bunch of pitches, then that's what you got to do.
Change up, strike 3. Great pitch there from Rupiper. That is strikeout number 5 for her in this ball game. And there's now 2 away here in the bottom of the sixth. And if you're the Bears, put things in perspective, it's only a 2-run game. I realize you gave up 4 in the top of the inning, but it's still just 6-4. You're right still in this game. J.C. Sheath, the batter now for Blair. First pitch is a little bit low for ball 1.
We'll see if what JC can do right here. She's got home run power.
Yeah, we've seen that for sure. She's already 1 for 2 in the game with a single and a ground out. She's ahead in the count, a ball and no strikes. And now it's 2-0 as that one bounces in the dirt. JC, the number 6 spot in the Blair order tonight.
Nice little crowd here tonight, though. Both from Blair and Gretna.
Absolutely. Good cut there by Sheath on a fastball from Rupiper, and JC comes up empty. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike.
And you kind of start to feel the tension build a little bit.
It's really been a great game played by both squads so far. That pitch is high and outside. Good eye there by Sheath. She's worked the count now to 3-1.
And I'd have to imagine if she's probably got the green light to swing away right here, I would think.
Yeah, this is a spot where you pick 1 pitch in 1 spot, and if you get it, you swing hard at it. She did, and Rupiper wins the battle. Big cut there by Sheath. It's now 3-2.
But hopefully not the war, Brian.
Totally agree. The war is still ongoing. JC's still hanging in there. 3-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Oh, good job.
Just got a piece of that one to foul it back. And the count stays full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Rupiper trying to work a 3-up, 3-down bottom of the 6th and keep her team ahead by 2.
It's amazing to me, Brian, how much these girls can pitch.
This one is chopped to third, scooped up, and the play across is in time. Nicely done there by Ellie Burrell. And Blair is retired in order here in the 6th. We head to the top of the 7th. Gretna with a 2-run lead at 6-4. We'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc., RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.
And we're back here on BSDN Live as we prepare to begin the top of the seventh. Craig, Gretna will have 4, 5, and 6 in their order. They lead at 6-4. Obviously, step one here for the Bears is to keep that lead for Gretna only 2 as they head to the bottom of the inning.
You know what time it is, Brian? Well, it's not. It's not 8:15.
Oh,
I thought beyond 8:15. How about this?
Local. Okay, go ahead.
It's time to put the hammer down, right? Especially as we go through the top of the seventh inning.
Yeah.
And see if the Bears can't mount a rally in the bottom of the seventh.
They got to get past Kennedy Barton first. She swings and hits this one into right center. That'll be a base hit. Scooped up quickly out there in right field by Tatum Macklin. But one pitch and a base runner for Gretna here to start the seventh. Dragons have really done a nice job. I understand only got a courtesy runner here, by the way. Maybe number 1.
Yep, looks like it.
That'd be Morgan Daniel. But Gretna, has done a great job at the plate here for all of this game, all the way up and down their order. It's easy to see why they're 21-6.
No doubt. And I think in talking to some of the Gretna parents before, I think they are either 3rd or 4th in power points in Class A. They were the EMC conference tournament champion.
There's a bunt attempt, but the bat pulled back by Emerson Boyer. I think that's the scheduled hitter anyway. I'm trying to look at the number on the jersey. That's it. That's right. Boyer heading the count, 1-0. And she'll square again. Puts that bunt down.
Oh.
It's a foul ball. Nice try there by Reagan Blattert. Boyer actually had to jump over her as she dove in the first baseline.
Yeah, that was she had to kind of watch herself.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count. We saw a play like that last night between Blair and Elkhorn, where there was actually a collision between the base runner and the first baseman. It's another bunt attempt. That one, she's
that
gonna
hit her.
Yeah.
So she's out. And I believe, the runner's going to have to go back to first. So a fortunate bounce there for the Bears.
You got it. So Boyer bunts that one and took a big bounce and bounced up and hit her really a couple of times on the right side, her hip and her shoulder. So she's out. Runner's interference. We're out number 1. Tough break there for Gretna. The batter now is Briley Hurd. She's up there to bunt. A bunt attempt was unsuccessful. It's a called strike 1. And our runner is safe at second. That's Morgan Daniel stealing second base. It looked like Hurd pulled the bat back, but our home plate umpire called a strike, so it must have found the strike zone. Runner at second, 1 out. No balls and 1 strike to count on Hurd.
If I'm Gretna, I'm butting right here again.
Let's see what Hurd does. And she attempted to lay down the bunt, and it's foul. So you were exactly right, Craig. That's what the Gretna coaching staff was thinking as well. That runner at second represents a 3-run lead for Gretna if they were able to get Daniel across. With 1 out, the 0-2 pitch. Change up, lifted in the air to the left. That's going to drop in front of Emmy Hall and bounces off of her knee, and that will allow Daniel to score from second. Nice piece of hitting there by Briley Hurd. She picks up the RBI with the single.
And I don't know what happened out there, but it looked like it maybe that ball had a little bit of English on it, because it looked like it bounced up and maybe off of Emmy Hall.
Yeah.
So she wasn't able to field it cleanly and make a throw into home plate.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It had a ton of spin coming off the end of that left-handed bat. Tough play there for Hall. Carly Huttman is the batter. She takes the first pitch. High for ball one. So a run is in. Now a runner at first. 7-4 the score. Gretna with a 3-run lead. Good pitch there from Leggett, but just a little bit high. Count is now 2-0.
And just like we talked about, you got to throw strikes here because you can't afford to put another dragon on in this spot.
That pitch is fouled away. Good job by Leggett to battle back there with a strike. Count is now 2-1. We're at toward the bottom of the order, the number 7 spot in the Gretna order, and you're exactly right, Craig. Got to find a way to pound that strike zone here if you're Abby Leggett. She's done a really nice job out there on the mound. Gone the distance for the Bears here. That one is low and in the dirt as Sheath blocks it. Count is 3-1 now. Runner at first is Briley Hurd after the RBI single. Batter is Carly Huttman. The 3-1 pitch. In there for a called strike, and Huttman, I think, wisely was taking all the way, trying to force, or see if she can't earn a walk, but force Leggett to throw a strike, and now it's a full count.
So, I don't know, I've never seen this before, but Huttman is actually wearing an Apple Watch up to bat.
That is different. I'm not sure I've seen that before either. That's ball 4. I never noticed that.
That's why I'm here, Brian.
The stuff that you bring that I miss is just unbelievable.
Well, that's why I make a good team.
That's right.
You're all business, and I'm here for a good time.
You lighten things up a little
That's
bit.
right.
Exactly. Ellie Burrell's the batter now, the third baseman for Gretna. She lays the bunt
Oh,
down.
beautiful.
J.C. Sheath will scoop it up, and the throw to first is in time. A fantastic bunt there by Burrell.
Wow.
That spun on top of 6 inches in front of the plate and just died.
Yeah.
Nice play, by the way, by J.C. Sheath to get the out
And
at
she
first.
And she really had to hustle there because she had to field it and then
Yep.
take a couple steps to her left to get the out. So that was a nice job.
Yep, exactly. We're now at the bottom of the order with 2 outs. It's Natalie Buzicki, the catcher. Huge spot here.
Oh, here she comes.
Ball's fouled away. I'm sorry, I thought that was a foul ball. They'll say it was not. A swing and a miss, and coming in to score is Briley Hurd.
Boy, that was some aggressive base running because that ball didn't get but maybe 10, 15 feet off the plate.
Oh, if that, yeah, just bounced off the shin guard of J.C. Sheath. Hurd,
Yeah.
as you said, with some aggressive running from third, came in to score. Second run of the inning for Gretna. It's now 8-4.
So that's a very aggressive call there by head coach Bill Hurd out on third for Gretna. But it paid off. So they add to their lead.
Lead it by 4 now, and the count on Buzicki is 2-0. More importantly for Blair, top of the order is on deck for Gretna. Two balls, no strikes. The count on Buzicki.
Looks like there's some confusion over what the count is.
Sorry, it should be. We do have a strike. Buzicki did swing at that pitch that allowed Hurd to come in and score.
Oh, yeah.
Because I thought it was a foul ball. So
And
there has to be at least one strike.
And that's good umpiring right there. The home plate umpire went and conferred with the umpire out in the field and got it right. So 1-1.
Yep, that's exactly right. 1-1 is the count.
Hey, because us officials are people too, Brian. We do make mistakes from time to time.
We talked about this earlier. That's right. It's totally fair. There's a change up, and now it's 2-1.
Hey, I'm sure broadcasters never make mistakes.
Oh, we make them all the time. We just don't listen to people when they tell us about them.
That's right.
2-1 the count with a runner at third and 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. That pitch misses high, and now it's 3-1.
And you feel like this is kind of the danger zone here because you got the number 9 hitter up, and the last thing you want to see is Megan Marshall again.
Yeah, it's exactly right at the top of the order. So it's a big pitch here from Leggett. Nicely done. She gets a pop-up on the infield. Coming in to make the catch will be McLean, the second baseman. So Buzicki pops out to end the inning, but Gretna scores 2 more runs, and they now lead it by 4. Scores 8-4 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Bears with some work to do. We'll be back in 30 seconds on BSDN Live. Welcome back here again to BSDN Live. Bottom of the 7th, last chance for the Bears. They trail Gretna 8-4. They will have the bottom of their order up 7, 8, and 9. The scheduled hitters are Emmy Hall, London Larson, and Claire Anderson. We'll see if Coach Fangmeyer wants to put a pinch hitter up there at any time. Rue Piper back out there to work, and Craig, you talked about it last inning. She is, in my opinion, is throwing harder as the game goes on. That was a good fastball there to Hall to start the at-bat.
No doubt, both pitchers are going to go the distance, it appears.
Both of them have done a really nice job. Here's the pitch from Rue Piper. Just off the inside corner, really popping the glove of Buzicki, though it's now 1-1. Other than really the 6th and the 7th, where Gretna scored 6 of their 8 runs, Abby Leggett threw a phenomenal game. Ended up too many free passes, and you can't give an offense like Gretna that many opportunities as Hall swings and lifts this one in the air to right. Drifting over and making the catch will be Kennedy Barton, and Hall is retired for out number 1.
Well, is it time to put on the rally caps, Brian?
Nah, not quite yet. We still got another out yet before you do that.
Okay.
Wait till there's 2 outs.
Well, you let me know.
All right. London Larson is the batter now for the Bears, their designated player and a lefty. She's flown out twice, both of them on the infield, once to the pitcher and once to second base. A bunt attempt here at a pitch that's probably going to be low and out of the zone, but the umpire says she offered at it. The count is 0-1.
Just so everyone's aware, there's one more home game yet this week.
Yeah, the Bears will be back here on Thursday. It's 0-2 now to Larson. We'll be back here with them.
Yeah, they play Bennington.
Everything goes as scheduled. They'll wrap up their regular season against the Badgers. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Larson goes down on 3 pitches. That is strikeout number 6 in the game for Rue Piper. It's out number 2 for Blair here in the bottom of the 7th. Now it's all up to the bat of Claire Anderson to try and keep the game alive for Blair. Claire struck out in the 2nd and walked in the 5th. Hard to believe it in a 7-inning game. This is only her 3rd at bat.
Right, and we're just at under 2 hours in time frame, so this game's gone pretty quickly, despite all the scoring.
Yeah, right. That pitch is high for ball 1.
Hey, you know who we have on deck, don't you?
Yeah, it's the Bears' best offense so far this game. It's Laney Brown. We'd love to see her get back up there. That pitch is low. It's ball 2. And Anderson, who walked her last time up on 4 straight pitches, has now seen 6 pitches out of the zone. Remember last time she was up there squaring her bat around and playing a little bit of cat and mouse out there with Rue Piper. Here's the 2-0 pitch. There's a good pitch and a good cut by Anderson. She just got underneath it. And the count now is 2 balls and 1 strike.
See, I think from now on, Laney will be officially called downtown. I can't unsee it now.
Yeah, you should tell her that after the game. I bet she would like that.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Good cut there by Anderson, and another good pitch from Rupiper. Now it's 2-2. Bears down to their final strike. Rupiper looking to finish off the complete game win. Here's the pitch. That's high, and a nice eye there by Anderson. Pretty good spot, too, by Rupiper, actually. In a situation where you might get a batter to chase.
All right, Claire. You got this, girl.
Full count with 2 outs. The payoff pitch to Anderson. Top of the order on deck. Popped up. Is it going to get out of play? It looks like it will. Heads up over there on the bleachers. Looks like everybody's okay.
That laid it right between a couple different patrons over there. So nice job getting out of the way.
What is this, the Masters? You calling them patrons?
Patrons, I guess. Spectators.
Fans?
Fans.
There you go.
Bear fans.
Yeah, there you go. Full count again on Anderson. The 3-2.
Oh.
That's drilled, but foul. It's really good at bat here by Claire. Not an easy thing to do when you're down by 4 and you know that you're potentially the final out of the game. She's done a phenomenal job up there. See if she can finish the job and get herself on base and get us back to the top of the order. Rupiper checks the sign from the Gretna dugout. The 3-2 pitch again. Change up, swung on and missed. The throw to first will end the game. Anderson goes down on strikes for out number 3. It's the 7th strikeout of the game for Taylin Rupiper. She goes the distance and gets the win. A great game played by Gretna, and really a great game played by the Bears as well. But they come up on the short end of it. They're now 22-8. Gretna moves to 22-6 on the season. As Craig mentioned earlier to you, we have one more home game this week. It'll be on Thursday. Bears will host Bennington. Let's see, Gretna, by the way, in case you're wondering what the rest of their schedule looks like, they're also underway on Thursday. They're on the road at Lincoln Pius, so Dragons will finish with a road game. And then we'll see where they end up seeding districts after Thursday's game. So then we'll find out what the rest of our fall schedule looks like. But for now, I want to thank all of our sponsors for helping us do tonight's game. I want to thank Kelly for handling all the difficult things here on site. Thanks to Craig for helping out as well. Thanks to everybody for listening. Bears fall 8-4 is your final score. We'll see you on Thursday. It's Brian Abraham saying so long from BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson & Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.